A quiet blessing by two First Nations elders signals a new beginning for a Victoria landmark. Perched on the inner harbour, the nearly 90-year-old building has a new lease on life, a home now blessed for many years to come. On the second floor of the iconic steamship terminal, a new gallery full of some of the most well-known wildlife paintings in the world is now open. And a man with an unmistakable face to many people on the island is here to share in the celebration.
My dad, Robert Bateman.
The official opening of the Robert Bateman Gallery coincides with his 83rd birthday and has been more than a year in the making.
It's possibly the best show I've ever had, but the most spectacular show I ever had was the Smithsonian in Washington, D.C. in '87. But this is actually more pieces in it.
There are more than 160 prints and originals here in the Bateman Center, all divided into 8 different galleries, including here in the Birdsong Gallery, where you can just wipe your hand in front of the sensor and have a listen.
So you can make your own book, and then you can go to the desk and you can arrange to have it sent to you.
The naturalist and conservationist says he hopes the gallery will encourage more people to get turned on by nature, because more and more of us are drifting away from it.
It's an impossible dream, but the dream would be that kids reconnect with nature. I guess it's logical. Everybody knows that all human beings and all animals play around out in nature as they're young. That's been true all the way through history, through the whole of history of mankind, until 15 years ago.
Until, Bateman says, screens took over and now many kids are spending zero time outside. His daughter Sarah, who spent most of her childhood outside, says nature is the antidote to so many problems, and it doesn't take much.
I think it's a real crisis. I worry for children. I'm a teacher, and I actually worry for their mental health, even more than their physical health. I know that there are a lot of young people who have anxiety issues.
It's a concern Richard Louv knows all about. He wrote the book Last Child in the Woods, but rather than looking at getting kids back to nature, he says we should be looking at going forward into nature.
Now we're beginning to talk about this in a way that people, I hope, will take seriously. Nature for kids and for all of us, that connection is not a nice to have, it's a have to have. It's absolutely connected to our mental health, our physical health.
We've been talking about what kind of world are we leaving for our children. We now have to start talking about what kind of children are we leaving for our world.
But with the gallery now open and located in possibly the most beautiful spot in Canada, the hope is all of this hard work will pay off.
If it changes one kid, I guess I can be somewhat happy. If it changes 1,000 kids, I'll be happier. If it changes 100,000 kids, I'll be happier still.
Building on a legacy that has already influenced so many. In Victoria, I'm Nikki Ewanyshyn.